Before and during the invasion of British colonial masters into Africa down to southeastern part of Nigeria, there were Igbo warriors who walked the surface of this earth, who resisted the colonial masters and also who protected their people and their territory. And so in this video, we are going to look at few of them whose history should not forget. This is exactly the knowledge you need to know about the heritage and the legacy of Igbo warriors. So stay with me, don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. The first person is Jaja of Opopo. All of you might have known him, but you might not know that he was a true Igbo warrior during his own days in the 18th century. He was born in Amibo in today's Imo State, but he was kidnapped and sold into slavery to a place called Boni in Rivers State. But because he was a smart boy and also he worked hard, he earned his freedom. When he earned his freedom, he became head of one of the trading house during those days. To bring it into context, you need to understand that trading house those days contains politicians, wealthy and strong men in the society. Because of the internal issue that was happening in their trading house those days, he had to gather some of his men and went to another landscape where he built his kingdom in 1869. He owned his own palm oil trading routes, and because of that, he became powerful and wealthy. During those days, palm oil was the gold mine. This palm oil was one of the most important products that British were trading as of those days. So when they saw that they could not control Jaja of Opopo, what they did is that they tricked him into inviting him for a treat in British ship. And when he came, they had to now arrest him and send him to an exile. But years later, when he now made his way back to the country, while on his way, he died on the British ship. Some persons say that he was poisoned, but despite that he was taken away, the truth is that his name and achievement remained legendary. The second person is Ezechima. Ezechima is a nobleman from a royal family in Benin City. Story had it that because of political troubles and family feud that was brewing during those times, he had to carry his followers and left that very region. He crossed Niger River into settling in a place that we now call Onitsha. To cross that very Niger River was a very huge hurdle for him and his followers. But instead of staying to be subjugated by the political trouble or family feud that was going around in his own city, he had to migrate to another region, which is a true spirit of a true warrior. Even till today, the Obi of Onitsha still traces his authority back to Ezechima. In fact, Ezechima brought a blend in Benin tradition and Igbo culture, especially in the area of kinship and religious practices. Now, let's talk about Igwebe Odum. Igwebe Odum is a great and strong warrior from Oka, and he lived in times when communities were fighting for each survivor. You know, a community will rise up today in order to fight another community, maybe for domination or one reason or the other. But Odum led a group of Oka warriors who defended their lands and also expanded their influence. He was not just considered as a physically strong warrior. People believe that he had a spiritual backup or protection that made him almost invisible in any battlefield. The fourth person is Izog Mbokpo. Izog Mbokpo is one of the founders of R&D Izog. He was part of the people who led Arrow movement that brought trade and influence all across Igbo land. Together with his ally Iheme, he led group of settlers and his people through forest, establishing communities and also building Izog into a very strong, respected center of commerce and politics. The truth is that he was not just only remembered as a warrior, he was also remembered as a visionary leader who could unite people. The fifth person was Okoroji Oti. Okoroji Oti is a strong leader and warrior in his time who was closely connected to the famous Ubinu Ukpabi oracle. He was known for using both military approach and spiritual authority in conquering his enemies and also ruling his people. In fact, he was one of those people that was involved in expanding the Arrow movement using the oracle's influence and also his own military campaign throughout Igbo land and beyond. Number sixth person is Oboto of Nsukka. Oboto of Nsukka was not just a strong man, but he was a warrior who brought small communities together on Nsukka to defend their farmland. to defend their communities, because during those days invaders would come and invade into their farmland, into their city. Either they kill or they ravage their farmlands. So Obodo of Oseka was so helpful when it comes to bringing the people together to defend themselves and making Nsukka strong, even independent in an unstable times. The last but not the least in the list of Igbo legendary warriors is Akunobi of Oka, whose name carried a lot of weight during his own days. In fact, he was the one that led Oka fighters against their enemies, using both battle strategies and traditional spiritual protection in defending their land. Under his leadership, Oka did not lose their reputation as a land of skilled blacksmiths and fierce warriors. Now, this is your turn. Let me know in the comment section the one that stood out for you. And also, if you know other legendary Igbo warriors, please let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and share it. Subscribe so that you can be the first to always be notified anytime we drop a video. Thank you for always coming back to our channel to watch our videos. My name is Uche and this is Gist TV.